Hello, I'm Father Joe Roesch of the Marian Fathers of the Immaculate Conception. Thank you for joining us as we continue with our year-long journey reading the diary of St. Maria Faustina Kowalska from beginning to end. Today we take up from where we left off, beginning with diary entry number 1589. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, the soul's expectation of the coming of the Lord. I do not know, O Lord, at what hour you will come. And so I keep constant watch and listen as your chosen bride, knowing that you like to come unexpected. Yet a pure heart will sense you from afar, O Lord. I wait for you, Lord, in calm and silence, with great longing in my heart, with invincible desire. I feel that my love for you is changing into fire, and that it will rise up to heaven like a flame at life's end, and then all my wishes will be fulfilled. Come then, at last, my most sweet Lord, and take my thirsting heart there to your home in the lofty regions of heaven, where your eternal life perdures. Life on this earth is but an agony, as my heart feels it is created for the heights. For it, the lowlands of this life hold no interest. For my homeland is in heaven. This I firmly believe. End of Notebook 5. St. Maria Faustina of the Blessed Sacrament of the Congregation of the Sisters of Our Lady of Mercy, the mercy of God I will praise forever. Notebook 6. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, praise, O my soul, the incomprehensible mercy of God. May all be for his glory. Krakow, February 10th, 1938, 6th Notebook, Sister Faustina of the Blessed Sacrament of the Congregation of the Sisters of Our Lady of Mercy. My heart is drawn there where my God is hidden, where he dwells with us day and night, clothed in the white host. He governs the whole world. He communes with souls. My heart is drawn there where my God is hiding, where his love is immolated, where my heart senses that the living water is here. But my heart senses that the living water is here. It is my living God, though a veil hides him. February 10th, 1938. During meditation, the Lord gave me knowledge of the joy of heaven and of the saints on our arrival there. They love God as the sole object of their love, but they also have a tender and heartfelt love for us. It is from the face of God that this joy flows out upon all, because we see him face to face. His face is so sweet that the soul falls anew into ecstasy. The Lord himself moves me to write prayers and hymns about his mercy, and these hymns of praise force themselves upon my lips. I have noticed that ready formulated words of praise of God's mercy enter my mind, and so I have resolved to write them down insofar as is within my power. I can feel God urging me to do so. One of the sisters came into my cell for a little while. After a short conversation on the subject of obedience, she said to me, "Oh, now I understand how the saints acted. Thank you, sister. A great light has entered my soul. I have profited much." O my Jesus, this is your work. It is you who have spoken thus to that soul, because this sister came in when I was completely immersed in God, and it was just at that moment when this deep recollection left me. O my Jesus, I know that, in order to be useful to souls, one has to strive for the closest possible union with you, who are eternal love. One word from a soul united to God effects more good in souls than eloquent discussions and sermons from an imperfect soul. At the conclusion of her 5th notebook, Faustina, as usual, writes some verse. She writes of the coming of the Lord. She doesn't know when it will happen. She waits for the Lord in calm and silence, and she longs for heaven. She also writes some verses at the beginning of her 6th notebook. This is the last notebook that she will write before she dies. She writes of her heart being drawn to Jesus, hidden in the Eucharist. The living God is hidden there. Faustina is given an insight during her meditation one day on how joyful the saints are when one of us reaches heaven. They rejoice that we can now see God face to face like they do. Jesus inspires Faustina to write prayers and hymns to his mercy. She really is his secretary, writing down what he inspires her to write. Faustina gives another sister an insight into obedience, and Faustina realizes that if we are immersed in God, we will be able to help others. God can affect someone with just one word, which is spoken by someone who is attached to him. So let's always try to remain in Jesus, as Faustina always sought to be. Jesus says that he will dwell in us, and we will dwell in him.